Welcome everyone, it's Vapors Dragamar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. Let's see, what do I want to do for this version? Let's chuck Syl in there. Nah. I think that we're going to have more problems with defense. So we're going to throw War Maiden. We'll start with that. So I do not want them defending. This does not mean that I'm not going to develop another Kayle. That is going to happen. Last time, I set a new record on Fire Knight. And I also did a crazy Elden Rings boss. And did Ogryn Faction Wars. In this episode, I'm going to be doing some crazy Doom Tower. Yep. And continuing up the ladder of Doom. Main thing here is to buff all the stats so that those Centurions get one shot. The main thing is to either one shot them or focus them last, because otherwise they do some very untoward things to your team. Either focus them first or focus them last and put all their firepower on it. You don't want them to like the one thing I like about using a team like this is that people can't say, oh, I can't build that team. They can. You can build this team. 3 of them are farmable. War Maiden has like a double whammy. She is both farmable and really pretty, so she's got 2 for the price of 1. She satisfies 2 requirements of champions. They must be easy to get, and they must satisfy people being thirsty. She does both. 2 for 1 deal. Focus down that Mistress of Him and that Woad painted. The bane of people opening shards. Cleanse off that provoke. How long is that going to last? Come on, Umbral. Get that going. Increase the attack. Boom. They actually got nuked. Okay, where are we going? Let's keep going up the tower. Gotta make good time. Hopefully, we can hope and pray that this time I can actually win this. My main thing is to try to blitz up the tower. And hopefully get to that specific place. Yeah, decreased defense does become very valuable the higher up the tower you get. Because the higher up the tower you get, the higher their defense becomes. And the more important that it is that it be reduced if you want to not be there all day. Yes, you can do it without decreased defense. Kinda. But even then, you'll want like block buffs or like, because their counterattack and stuff will destroy you. That's the brazen part of it. I deal with these Silars. Drain the whole lot of them. Keep it going. There's a secret room in here. Magic affinity only. I don't want to shove a sill in there. The only reason I'm not using Taragi is because I don't want everyone to be like, oh my god, I need to envy your team. I need to envy it. I need to envy your team. It's the end of the world. I need to envy the team. I don't need that. Especially if I put Ninja in here. There'll be an outright riot. Small scale riot if I put Ninja in here. So the worst part about Ninja is the fact that because they've made him exclusive, they made him a villain. And I can't use him in content anymore because they've made him a villain. And that's the saddest part about Ninja, is that they've made him a villain, basically. I'm trying to remember which one is the one with the revive on their team. Trying to remember. It's not that one. Reason? I want more Akoth frags, man. I want that Akoth. I want to try a triple burn spider team, and we can see how fast we can burn that bad boy to the ground. I want to try that. Now, here, the core thing here is to make sure that that Maneater dies as quickly as possible. Kill off these Maneaters. Kill off as many Maneaters as humanly possible. There's a reason why I'm going for that, for the Maneaters. It's because I know that if I don't go for the Maneaters, the Maneater will literally make my life a living hell. Now, I have an auto team, but I'm going to show the manual, and then off screen I'm going to do... Because I know if it's the Frost Spider, I can beat it. I'm going to remove some of these Rhodoses out of the equation. Okay, perfecto. I mean, Apothecary, although not the most accessible champ on the planet, he is still... You will eventually get him. It's not like Ninja. You will eventually get Apothecary. You just have to play long enough and pull enough shards of Ancient and Mystery variety, and you will eventually get him. That's how you get him. It's that simple. It's that simple, because I thought I was never going to get Apothecary either, but then I got him, and I was like, okay. Now, I've got a specialist team. Now, there's a couple of teams you can use. I'm actually going to use a spectacular team, because I want to try to do it quickly. Just to show that I can. Before people are like, you didn't get any of these other champs. I'm like, I did. I just didn't want to, like, show off. Okay. So, in this case, you're going to want to... There's a reason, even though it's dangerous to buff myself, because you want to focus down the Seers, or at least one of the Seers, and the Madame Ceres. You do not want her to get her Karma Burn off. Because if she gets her Karma Burn off, you're up a creek. You do not want that. 150%. You do not want that. There's a reason I'm doing all this on manual, by the way. If you're like, why don't you just run it on auto? It saves time. Not in this tower, it doesn't. Because in this tower, you have to watch yourself. Because if you don't watch it, you'll get owned. Now, these excruciators are definitely a problem. You do not want that decreased defense buff on you, because you are a lot squishier than a Doom Tower Wave. And if that gets on you, you might as well kiss yourself goodbye. Now, go for that. Go for her, because she's the nuker. The other one just did decrease defense. Yeah, this one's a little risky to do a budget team. I have a team that can do it 100%, but it won't relate to anybody. That's the problem. We can try it with this team, but after a little bit, I'm going to have to use a less budget team. Now, there is several Frost Spider teams, but I would much rather just use the Spectacular Spider build. Okay, maybe I'll show two different versions. I'm so glad these aren't like built in Savage, or that would have like completely blown us to shreds. First, we gotta focus those man-eaters down. At least one of them. Because I know for a fact this is going to turn into a nightmare. I'm not even going to conceal this from you. Because if you don't have a nuke ready to deal with the man-eaters, then it's going to take a while. And that's going to be annoying. So yeah, you want to whittle them down from underneath the unkillable. So that... And that's including if you don't have Madame Saris. Madame Saris can do this faster. Okay, this is one team that's possible. But there's others. Since this boss is very annoying, I'm probably going to shove a Varmiger in there. But I don't know if that was a foolish idea or not. I know the waves are something of a joke. Now... There's several teams. You do not need the rosin. The rosin is in there is just for gravy. In fact, I'm going to take him out. Just because everyone's going to get jealous that I have a rosin. We're gonna go budget. We are going to go budget. And then I'm going to go lavish. But I'm not including ninja because I don't want people to have an uproar. I'm just going to do lavish, non-ninja team that can be built by someone, theoretically speaking, in today's age. Because the problem is Ninja is no longer relevant, except for people who have played the game a very long time. And the strange thing about Raid Shadow Legends is that not many people play this game for a long time. There's actually a lot of noobs in this game. And I know that may shock some people, but it's the truth. Because if there were less noobs in the game, then it wouldn't matter so much. But it's because there's a lot of new players in Raid that the fact that Ninja is not accessible is a much bigger problem. So this is one team. There is a Drexthar-less team that you can make. Everyone can get Drexthar, but this is the Drexthar team. Rosin's a lot harder to get. Now you may ask, why is Drextharless such a big problem? Well, as you will undoubtedly know by now, Drextharless means basically that you have to keep the guy alive no matter what, and that can be highly annoying. Now, we will be building a full crazy team on here. And we probably will need it for... I would be using it in the later stages of this tower. Now you might ask, why? Well, as you will undoubtedly know, this tower becomes obscenely difficult the higher you go up. Now, I won't resort to that other champ that I know that I possess to do this, but I will be resorting to some other champs instead. Cleansers, double cleansers, I don't care if it's Spirit Host or like double Spirit Host, you'll need it. Because the problem is, as you can clearly see, like you need cleanses and heals versus this boss. Because without that, bad stuff happens. Reviver is also appreciated. I don't know if this is the most optimal method, but it's a method. The main good part right now is that we've got the burn on the spider. As long as you have the burn on the spider cannot, and I repeat, spider cannot revive. However, if you don't have a burn on this spider, you get wrecked. All right, other teams. We're going to do I'm just going to do this another episode because this is going to be very stressful doing that without burns. Because the level of delay on that, really nasty.